Hello.
Okay.
Okay,
Hey.
Jessica.
Hi.
Hi.
So,
Hi, Jessica.
Nicole, I'll tell you what really amazes me how Amy Heckerling has made a lot of good movies.
She definitely has.
And for my research, I got out some of my books. This is my Clueless book.
Oh, sweet. That's one of
Woohoo.
my favorite movies.
And I have a book that I showed another podcast where I talked about it. Fast Times at Ridgemont High book.
That's awesome. That's another classic.
And the woman on the cover of a book is Tobey Maguire's former mother-in-law.
Oh, I didn't know.
And
Very
also
cool.
on the back is the picture of a guy who wrote the book.
Is that the first edition?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great.
That's
How
good.
long have you how long have you had that for?
Since 2006.
Nice.
Because I
And
worked at a library. And when you work at a library, you get a lot of books that are a giveaway that regular patrons don't get.
no, I
Oh, I
forget
didn't
we
know.
talked last time. You have the tape too, or just the DVD?
Just I just have a book, not the DVD. And I did this picture because this is how I describe the characters in Clueless. The one with the hat is I describe a skater person, and the one with the pink I describe a share person.
Cute.
So, what makes Clueless one of your favorite movies?
Well, for me, I grew up in the 90s in Los Angeles, close to where this whole thing took place. So it instantly drew me in because that was around the time that I was really getting into sort of fashion and navigating the dynamics of being in school, and I just loved the characters. I think, she did a great job. Amy did a great job at bringing the characters to life, and they were characters that you could really connect with, but that you were also fascinated by and sometimes could hate or love, and it was just really a great movie, so I've always loved it. It was really fun.
The problem I have with some of those TV shows about teenagers is there's nothing they have that you can relate to. Like the
True.
show Saved by the Bell, you could really relate to those characters.
How about
Yeah.
Degrassi? How about Degrassi? Can you relate to Degrassi?
Not
How
at all. It's the first show where you got to see teens moping.
okay.
I could relate to Degrassi, though. I feel like when I first found that show, I was like, "Wow, they're talking about real topics," and that was sort of different, and real problems and stuff, but Clueless just kind of it put you in a fantasy bubble, but it also was real because of where I grew up. I felt like a lot of those things could actually happen, or I mean, and who didn't love the closet? I think every girl was obsessed with Cher's closet and all the outfits in the movie.
You're
And
into
where does
fashion.
it
You're gonna love my interview film where I interview people about Barbies.
Oh, yeah, I mean, my daughter
yes.
would love that. My daughter's 8, she loves Barbies, that's her whole world
Tell
right now.
her that you're talking to somebody who's making an interview film about Barbies.
I definitely will, she will love it.
Can you do an ancient Sumerian or Hittite Barbie?
What does Age of Sumerian or Hittite Barbie mean?
Ancient civilization. Before the because I know you like Babylon, but like Babylonian time, Assyrian time, the ancient, like
I
you've
don't know
never
if I had
like
any of
like
those.
what's the oldest Barbie there is? Like the what do you call it? The decor. Like what's the oldest Barbie? Is there no like no Queen Anne Boleyn Barbie or there's no?
No, it was like
Okay.
1950s, I think, is when Barbie came out or
No, no, I, I,
something.
I I understand that, but you know how they do themes. So isn't there like a Barbie that's
Like a
Egyptian?
cavewoman Barbie?
Yeah, or Egyptian goddess Barbie or something,
I don't think they
Cleopatra Barbie.
commercialized those, but somebody probably made one, like, in the fandom. I think somebody probably made their own.
Oh,
Maybe for Barbie ripoff companies, because I have some My Little Pony ripoffs.
oh. By the way, I don't know why I think this is not Amy Heckerling. Well, it kind of is, but it isn't. They put a fence around my high school because everybody's trying to crash it, to go see the Buffy location, and the now into. So there's a fence, and you can't even like go around there now because everyone keeps crashing it, and they keep harassing the school to go see it. And this is not while I was there. This is like 20 years later. So Buffy must have really taken off after it must have taken a while to launch because they didn't even make the movie when I was in high school. Like oh no, they did the movie and it flopped, and then they were doing like season one, so it must have
Mm.
really taken off. But I heard yeah, there's fences you can't get in.
I'm not
Oh,
interested in a Buffy show. The movie Buffy is more close to me. I relate to characters like in Clueless because some of the characters are close to me. Sometimes I'm a Cher, sometimes I'm an Amber.
that's a big difference. Amber was a special one for sure, but she
How do you
was fun.
describe her?
Um, they all had their own version of being sassy, but Amber was definitely um sometimes she was full of herself and sometimes she had a little bit more heart, but I feel like she was very focused on status and what everybody else was doing and very concerned with her image in a different way than Cher was a little bit more laid back and kind of cool confidence. So I
Uh,
feel like, yeah.
that's how I was. I was somebody that was concerned about my image. Like one example was when I was in fifth grade, I saw Strictly Ballroom. I loved it, but I had to hide it from kids because I didn't want to think people would think I was dorky because I liked something that was kind of non-commercial.
It was
That makes sense.
commercial. Well, if you lived in Melbourne or Sydney, definitely that was a commercial movie. Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't matter
And
when films are non-commercial, they don't come from my country, but
Mm.
it was a fun movie.
Paul
And
Mc,
you,
Absolutely.
Paul Mercurio, Strictly Ballroom, right? Yeah, yeah. Have you seen Forever Fever?
What's Forever
never heard of that.
Fever?
Oh, that's it's basically the lead character is inspired by Saturday Night Fever, and he's learning the moves and he dances. It's sort of like that category of Strictly Ballroom and Shall We Dance. Forever Fever. I think it was called That's the Way I Like It, the original title, and they changed it to Forever Fever to capitalize on Saturday Night Fever.
That's
So
the way I
Never
like
heard of
it
that.
sounds more familiar.
yeah,
That
that's the
sounds
way.
like a good movie.
You'd probably like it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you like eclectic. So other than well, keep talking on Clueless because I didn't. You guys haven't convinced me on Clueless yet. So
You mean you all
I
definitely
mean,
thought uh,
what's that?
mm, you both definitely thought that Alicia Silverstone was funny and a good actress in Clueless, or
Yeah,
what?
she was funny.
Yeah, she was a natural. That character, she embodied it so well. And Brittany Murphy, who I've always loved, rest in peace. She did that role when she was 17 and like she's always been such a genuine actress and like I just feel like she did the character such justice. And it's a romance movie too. So I'm a sucker for a good like rom-com vibe and that's before rom-com really had a its own lane or a title, but they did it really well and yeah, I mean, I definitely from the movies I've made and like the first one I wrote and directed, pulled from that feeling and pulled from Clueless just because of how it looked and felt and how the characters came to life. So
so
it's
so
definitely
show,
worth a watch.
show of hands. So did you see who's seen it in a theater then? That's it.
I was
I've seen
too
it.
young for it. I wasn't at
Okay.
the point of watching uh
Mm.
PG or PG-13 films. If I knew about the ratings, if I didn't know anything about the ratings, I would have seen PG films earlier. And I think I probably, after I saw one PG film that creeped me out, Roger Cookman's A Jungle Book, I was done for PG for a little bit.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, we were talking about that one time, Nicole. We're talking about like PG movies that really aren't meant for even 13-year-olds, right? That aren't even they're not for kids, even though they might be intended for kids, but they're not for kids when you see them, you
Yeah, well,
know.
the rating systems changed. So I, a few years ago, thought, oh, I'm going to show my daughter Home Alone because it's funny. It's a Christmas movie. It was the holidays. 10 minutes into the movie, even though it was PG, there was multiple curse words. There was these kids were being terrible to each other. And while I love the movie, it's one of my favorite Christmas films. I was literally like, okay, we're gonna skip. We're gonna watch this in a few years. Oh my gosh! But Nowadays, I don't think they, have the same rating scale for things that came out in the 80s and 90s. It's a little different.
Although I think it's, I don't know if it's considered, I don't think the word is abuse, but I think it's bizarre that you've got Jodie Foster who's 12 in an R-rated movie, and Brooke Shields who's 10, in an R-rated movie. I think there's something wrong. I think that's something wrong with that. I mean, and it's not so much that they're in an R-rated movie; they're doing things in an R-rated movie.
Right, right, right. No, I agree. I think, they used to push the envelope a lot more before people maybe spoke up and or
Push,
went by long enough to see
push,
the trauma.
push the envelope. Keith Carradine seduces a 10-year-old Brooke Shields in bed, and
Yeah,
he's like 35 in the movie or something. So that's not pushing
so
Those
the
many
envelope.
of
That's
them.
are
going
kind of
into, yeah.
those were kind of uncomfortable grown up films. I'll tell you what would be better: have older people play the Brooke Shields or Jodie Foster role.
Hey, you got something there. I'll watch that.
Uh,
Yeah.
it, I'll tell you what's weird. Sometimes there are documentaries where they don't say the nicest stuff about children. I was like, why are they doing it? It's so irritating.
It's
Oh
true.
boy, are they? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you guys grew up right after like remember like Disney was making movies in the 70s, and that finished when when you were of age to watch movies, but you missed like in the theater like Pete's Dragon, and even like starting from like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, all that whole Cat from Outer Space.
Mm.
What's some other ones more? Hot Lead and Cold Feet. All of those came around that time, and they were movies made for kids by Disney. In the industry, people are like, "Oh, you're making a Disney movie, okay, whatever." They weren't seriously thought of for as to propel your acting career, but these were made for kids by Disney. I always had a fondness for them.
Like Freaky
They
Uh,
weren't
Friday.
really monitoring them.
yeah, well, I mean, I got to see Cat from Outer Space, and oh, don't forget they did the Black Hole. The Black Hole was sort of
Mm.
a kid sci-fi,
Freaky
yeah.
Friday.
Freaky Friday, that's right, duh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
duh. Yeah, Freaky Friday, definitely, definitely. Candle Shoe,
Here's
Candle Shoe with Jodie Foster.
Mm.
I I'm more into Disney live action films than animated films. My favorites uh film happens to be a Disney film. It's George of the Jungle, but I didn't understand the appeal of the Disney's 70 films. And
Mm.
I think one of the reasons why Disney films weren't that good is because there are people realizing, oh, we can make a family film like Whale of a Tale, Adventures of a Wilderness Family, and not have the studio interfere with us or the
By the way,
Hideaways.
Nicole, she knows Whale of a Tale. They're looking for a friend.
Oh, yeah.
She knows that movie.
That's rare.
Yeah. So
Did you say a whale tail had just a very limited theatrical release, or what?
it had barely, well, just the drive-ins, yeah, yeah. But the odd connection is that the videotape that I think Jessica saw at her library or the store, it was somehow the rights were owned by Hemdale, who produced the Terminator. So they owned the Terminator, the Last Emperor, and they owned Whale of a Tale at that time. It was the bizarrest thing. So
That is weird. Quite the collection.
Uh,
yeah.
and your kid would like Whale of a Tale.
Yeah, she might. She might. She's finally getting into more movies that have real humans in them and not just animated stuff. So I showed her
I was
School of
always
Rock
into
the other day.
real humans.
Yeah, I think once it clicks, then, she's interested in the cadence and the jokes and, seeing the action and the stories. So it's been cool to show her certain things. I have a list that I'm waiting to show her over time.
Like when I
So,
watched Sesame Street, I didn't get into as much as other people because I was into the humans. I wasn't into the puppets as much.
That makes sense, yeah.
so they don't like the Dark Crystal then.
That's one of my favorite films ever. I love Jim Henson, and The Labyrinth
Legend.
is one of my
l-
favorite.
I
Legend is
love
great.
Labyrinth. When I saw the film and saw Jennifer Connelly, I was so in awe of her.
She's amazing, and that movie is just chef's kiss. And so I haven't showed my daughter Dark Crystal yet because I think I saw it when I was a little too young, and it was definitely on the traumatic side because it was pretty intense. So I'm gonna wait and maybe show her, over the next year. She'll see it. She just watched School of Rock because she loves Jack Black.
I saw that.
And because she watched the Minecraft live movie and she loved it, and she is a big fan of Jack Black. So I said, "Oh, School of Rock's cool," and that's
I love him,
PG-13.
and I love School of Rock.
Saw School of
Mhm.
Rock.
And
It's
so
a fun movie.
by the way, we don't consider Disney films like any of the Touchstone stuff. So we don't consider that Down and Out in Beverly Hills as a Disney movie, do we? But although it is a Disney movie, and so is Shoot to Kill,
Yeah.
with Sidney Poitier, and I want to say something else. I don't remember. But it wasn't Oh Heavenly Dog. Wasn't that a Disney early movie?
No, it
Disney movie.
wasn't.
Okay. Oh, something Wicked This Way Comes. That was like one of the first
That's a Disney movie.
that was yeah, that was like one of the first scary movies for kids. That one and then Watcher in the Woods, right? Those
I
Mhm.
two.
loved Watcher in the Woods. That was fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Well, don't.
Escape from Witch Mountain.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good
that's
one.
so good. I loved that movie. I watched that movie over and over. I had it on VHS, and I would just rewind and watch it.
Yeah, I'm just going over like the Touchstone when they outgrew like the kids like Never Cry Wolf. Splash had nudity.
One of my
It did,
favorites.
and that's a great film, but it definitely was risque.
And I liked it
Adventure.
before I was 13, and I've seen them audition for a film, and the studio is such a mess. I was disappointed in something wicked that was comes, but the main reason to watch it was Pam Grier. When I heard of it, I hadn't seen her in any films, but she seemed really cool. She was the first film I ever knew about that had a female heroine was Jackie Brown with her. And the cool thing is Jackie Brown shares my initials.
Mm,
Oh,
that's a
that's
great
true.
movie.
Okay, since you like Jackie Brown, what's the opening song, the title song?
Across
Yeah, yeah, you got it, you
for
got it, you
7th
got.
Street.
No, across 110th Street, which is a movie that stars Anthony Quinn and Yaphet Kotto. A very good movie, by the way. It's called
Never heard of it.
Across 110th Street. So,
Uh,
What year was that then?
huh? You don't know that movie? 1974. It's a very good movie. Cop
uh,
movie.
Nicole, do you ever know about that Saturday Night Live, my favorite show? They had those really unattractive Muppets.
Mhm. Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I thought they were fun and different, and so, I mean, I've always been a fan of puppetry, so I liked it. I thought they did well.
What do you think about Meet the Feebles? You know, the Peter Jackson Muppet Muppet movie. Has anybody seen it? No one's seen Meet the
No.
Feebles?
I have
Watch
seen
it.
I've seen parts of it. I have not seen the whole
Okay.
thing. I have not seen the whole thing. It wasn't really
It's
I didn't,
fun.
like, get super yeah, I maybe I went back and watched
Yeah.
the entirety of it, but it's been so long. I
Does
was looking
Videodrome does Videodrome use puppetry? You know, the David Cronenberg movie where he has to put the VHS inside people's stomachs to read.
Probably. It depends. I mean, between a certain, like, time, right? 80s and 90s, anything like that was all puppetry. Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much of it was animatronics and puppetry, anything especially involving Disney or Touchstone. I just realized that they did Who Framed Roger Rabbit as well, which is definitely, like, pretty outlandish.
What about
That
Yeah,
freaked
that
me out.
people?
Yeah.
yeah, worthless people, outrageous fortune, all that stuff. And then they said, okay, forget this is hurting our even though it's making money, this is hurting our theme park business, it's hurting our merchandising. Let's forget about these what they called adult R-rated movies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but I'd be curious to see how it did because wasn't Pretty Woman part of that? That was part of that. So
Yes, I like
Pretty
that
Women was.
movie.
yeah.
Armageddon,
Oh, that
the
was
night
okay. Okay.
The Nightmare Before Christmas is animated, but that's a huge franchise for them, but that one definitely was walking the line of, like, the animation, it's for kids, but also it's dark and spooky, and a lot of adults, like, my older sister, that's her favorite Disney movie, and she has, like, Jack Skellington everything and, like, collects all the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, so that one did well for them.
By the way, I think the Muppets and Labyrinth had more acting talent than the Muppets on Saturday Night Live. And can you guess who are only two cast members that like the SNL Muppets?
Ooh,
Gilda Radner and Chevy Chase. And
that
some
Wait,
of the
I
what
mean,
hosts
what
I could
didn't
see
like
them.
it.
what are these Muppets? What season is that?
The first season.
Okay. Okay. So it's Eddie. So third season is what? Who is that?
The
Is it
first one, number
that's
one,
okay? So Belushi,
Chevy
That's
Chase,
all.
one of his only seasons,
Murray and Chase. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Dan
okay.
Aykroyd.
before Bill Murray even came here.
Oh,
I think they
although
were called the Gorch
Yes,
Muppets,
they
right?
were.
Hmm.
I'll tell you a Disney film that was very boring, but I found it kind of too grown up. And talked to the lead star on Google Chat is White Fang.
Oh, White Fang. Yeah, that's a slow one and a little bit more boring, but the story was heartfelt. It was kind of like Indian in the Cupboard vibes,
That
which
was
was
also
not
kind
a
of boring,
Disney
but
movie, right? Yeah.
Ethan Hawke was. I talked to him on Google Chat. He was very sweet.
Aw, that's nice.
Is
Yeah,
that
it was a good
based on
movie.
a Jack London book or the kind
Yeah.
of book? Or
I think so.
Jack London. So
Yeah.
then this is the thing. This is the thing that Harrison Ford did as a remake a few years ago, or what? What?
No, it was just White Fang. It's a
Yeah.
different
Okay.
story. I get
Okay.
White Fang and Call the Wild confused.
I know there's Yellow Fang with Sonny Chiba. I released that. It's about a kill. Oh, have you seen Jessica? You like bears? Have you seen Yellow Fangs that I distributed? It's a
Really too much, but when there's a bear in a film, it automatically gets me to see it. And the best part of White Fang was a bear scene.
well, you don't know this one. This is a true story. It's a bear that only ate women in this village. It only ate females.
What?
Yeah, it's a true story. So it's this female fighter that's going to go hunt the bear with her partner. So yeah, it's it's a yeah. Sonny Chiba's first. Sonny Chiba from Kill Bill, and well, of course,
Yeah.
Street Fighter. It's his.
Wow.
I think it was the directorial debut. So yeah.
That would be a perfect film for Lifetime to show.
Like a female revenge flick, she goes and gets the bear.
Yeah.
Next to Grizzly Man. And the only reason I like Grizzly Man is because he worked at Gulliver's that has the best prime rib that I like, and that's the only reason why I remember. I'm
So
a big
everything's food related.
Mongolian barbecue. Is there any? Is it? Hey, Mongolian barbecue hasn't been in a film yet. Okay, you guys keep talking. Sorry, Jessica. I know you want to talk
Uh,
about. Heck,
so
you move it on.
so Clueless is a good romance film, and I've been very disappointed in the newer romance films. By the way, I just want to tell you, Nicole, that the romance films are so bad that I've seen a local college play romance that's even better than today's romances.
Oh, what was it? What was it? What was the name?
Uh, it was called Fresh Horses, and I liked it because the lead in it reminds me of Patricia Arquette and Thomas Jane's daughter, who I've seen saw in a film called I Love Us with a teddy bear, and she was good in it. And Harlow Jane is a very charming actress, and the male lead in the play kind of looked like handsome Casper Van Dien.
That sounds fun. I love a good play. I haven't seen one in a while, other than elementary school plays. But yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. The current state of romance movies, everything just feels so overproduced in general. So it's hard to feel a connection with something that feels so forced. And how they're using all of the slang and things that are trying to make it witty, and it just doesn't feel as authentic as it once did.
And they do, and they use social media too much, like the map of whatever with a woman from Outer Banks. I forget what it's called, but it's no, it calls Map something. It's directed by Lasse Hallstrom. It could have been good.
Oh, the map of the human heart.
No,
Okay.
forget what it is, but they were doing text messaging, and they were saying very insulting stuff about Ernest Hemingway, which if they left it out, it could have been a good movie.
Mm. Yeah, they're just trying to get the clicks in the end, right?
Uh, and I think what happened with romances is that some of the big stars, they asked them to be in romances, and they said no, I'm not interested.
And
Uh,
maybe.
Well, what's okay? Well, what's I'm trying to think because romance is like I don't. Yeah, you're right. If I have to think about it, can I name 10 romance movies that I like? I don't know.
Like recent ones. I know you have a soft heart for like
Oh
old
yeah,
school
but I mean,
romance
okay,
films,
I mean, but
but
is When Harry Met Sally a recent or an old one? See, that's what I can't figure
Old
out.
one,
That's
made
an
when I
old
was
one.
old one.
Okay,
2.
okay, so that's an
Nothing
old one. Then
nothing made in the 2000s really. Like there here and there, like The Notebook is a great film or whatever,
Okay,
but
I get it. Okay, so I won't even talk about Casablanca or Affair to Remember. I won't even talk about those then, or the Douglas Sirk. I won't even talk about the Douglas Sirk movies then.
well, it's like things were simpler, right? People used to write each other letters and it would take weeks and you would make a mixtape for somebody and there'd be so much intention. And now everything has to be so so instant or people lose interest or it's if it's not fast paced, if there's a slower burn to something and a romance is building, that's not as interesting on screen now to people because of how our relationship with consuming content goes, so you have to
They
just
don't even
kind of
talk to they don't even talk to each other.
no,
They
it's a
break up on
text, it's a
they
look,
break
it's
up on
a
so what if you make a movie where just two computers are talking to each other and they break up? They break up. They fall in love, they date, and then they break up. There you go.
That's like
and then
Electric
they're
Dreams.
sending
I
some
like that film. It's one of those films that actually improved by being made by music industry people.
Oh, that's isn't it Giorgio Moroder did the song The Electric Dreams. That's yeah, I saw it in the theater. That's a terrific song. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, that's a good movie. They don't make those kind of movies. Those, and then I mean, and that was the same year as Secret Admirer, I think. If you
or
remember that one.
become tall.
Yeah, yeah, around that time. So yeah, but I don't know what else is like. What's a romance out of Africa? That's old for you guys, right? So I
Everyone,
don't know. Is Wicked a romance?
It's more of a musical.
Is Hunger Games
musical.
is Hunger Games a romance? I don't know.
No, I feel like every excuse me, I have allergies. I feel like every movie now is, even if it's not a romance movie, they're trying to put every theme all in one. Oh, we got comedy, we got romance, we got action, we got it's just there's so much in one sitting that it's
Right.
hard to digest and or even process. Did I just watch a romance feeling? Like, how do I feel, right? So you're left feeling like, was it a good movie or was I just like overstimulated the whole time by explosives and like theatrics on camera? It's hard for me to get into a lot of newer films just based on that because I
Yeah,
feel
so
overwhelmed.
that's why I'm asking you, what is a romance movie? Because all you guys said is The Notebook, but what else is there? Is like what else is a
The Night We
romance?
Met, which I was in, I played a ninja. It was
Okay,
actually a good
okay,
romance, and it
okay,
went to theater, and
or like
people liked it.
friends with benefits, and what
That I
else? I
love
mean,
Friends with Benefits. It's
yeah,
on the
yeah,
theater.
That's a
yeah.
true rom-com. It was cute, it's funny, friends with benefits. Like she's all that. And you're going
Mm,
back to more early 2090s, but it's like she's all that and 10 things I hate about you and things like that. Those were just like fun, good movies and you felt like you knew what was going on and like the goal was funny love story, like they have turmoil and then it was a formula and they did it well. They weren't trying to
Right.
so
be
So I just
something
want to tell
else.
you a good film I saw from the same, so far, the best film of the year from the same director as A Notebook, Marked Men.
no, but
Marked Men.
Nick Cassavetes made a new movie.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. Can you help me buy his house, his father's house? It's only $5 million, and I want that house.
That's it.
I want the house. At least I have the address. At least I have the address now. We can stock it. We're gonna stock the house. We are gonna shoot there. You don't know my passion for this house, this Cassavetes house. You
That
have
will get
no
more people
clue.
to be in your movies uh and tell them about him, her, hiring Spielberg at a young age. Maybe we could shoot a Polly spoof at the house called Who Stole My Parrot?
And there's
Is there
just a
more?
cage, there's no parrot, it's just a cage.
It's supposed to
Maybe
be, it's
it
an
needs
idea
more
I have
cowbell.
of a spoof of Lifetime films where
Wonderful.
in the last 2 minutes the girl gets a parrot back. And by the way, don't see don't let your kids see Polly. It was too much for me as an 11-year-old.
Okay,
Ollie.
noted.
Wow. Isn't Someone to Watch Over Me? That's like a Lifetime movie, right? I'm trying to connect with you guys. Like it's not right. Someone to Watch Over Me with Mimi Rogers and Tom Berenger.
No,
So okay,
and I
that's
just
a
know that a lot of people didn't like the guy who was head of the studio.
Oh, that was
Mm.
I don't was that Paramount, Warren? Someone to
David
Watch Over Me?
Puntum.
Oh, Putnam, they didn't like it. But he made Midnight Express and he made Chariots of Fire. How do you not
But
like him?
people didn't like the studio head. He screwed up Ishtar. He screwed up Adventures of Baron Munchausen. He screwed up Leonard Six.
Well, he didn't script. Ishtar was handed to him. But don't forget, Cassavetes' agent ran Columbia. That's how Cassavetes got to direct Gloria. Did you know that? So his agent,
Oh
his agent. This is right before Putnam, or right after right during Putnam, and so his
no,
agent.
before Putnam.
Right, because yeah, because Putnam replaced Cassavetes' agent who was running Columbia. So that's how Cassavetes got Gloria. That totally makes
Mm.
sense now. See, now we're being constructive. We're getting pieces together. So I don't. How does Mongolian barbecue fit into this still?
I have no idea. I have no, but I do have some
So
more good love stories.
Clueless is good. What makes a good love story?
Well, like What Dreams May Come and Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Not my
Like
kind, but what makes Clueless a good love story?
Clueless, a good love story. Well, she gets Josh in the end, and I gotta admit that it was kind of creepy that they were like step related, step brother and
Yeah.
sister. But it was kind of cool to see how they evolved, and then they went through some turmoil because they were both like dating other people, and then they realized that they loved each other. And to me, it was like a quintessential like teen love experience
Mhm.
because the lines were blurred a little bit, like, "I'm in love with my stepbrother," or whatever, but it was sweet because it showed their growing pains in, like, a real way, and
What I
that's what
liked
I thought
about
was
it
good.
is what I like about some of the other Amy Heckerman films is that they have characters that are good friends, and Cher and Dion were such good friends.
Mhm, they were. Their friendship was really good, then they brought in Brittany Murphy, um, and they kind of took her over and gave her a makeover and tried to make her a part of the team, and it was cute. Yeah, I love how they each character was so individually themselves. It was really nice.
So here's how uh, I'm like Amber. I was popular, but there were certain popular people who were like Cher, who were nice to everybody. But I was popular and I was not nice to everybody, and I could be friends with certain popular kids who other popular kids didn't like. I was just very popular.
And
I
so
mean,
that's why you do. Is that why you don't like Heather's then, right? Because Heather's the villain are the popular so-called people, right? So that's why you
Yeah.
don't. That's why you don't like it. Okay.
and like Mean Girls, it's similar.
Uh, I
Jawbreaker,
I
similar.
kind of thought Mean Girls was okay. I wanted to watch the new one because the Mean Girls didn't seem as mean, but it was kind of stupid and one of those painful things is like, why make it into a musical?
But that's
I'm not
not
a
a
big fan
romance.
of
That
remakes.
that's not a romance though, is it? It's a
Oh,
comedy, right?
yeah, those are more just comedy. I feel they might have romantic aspects in and out, but I'm talking like true romance. If you look at like Romeo and Juliet, the
Right.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Claire Danes movie, like everybody was like, "This is a love story," and it's just
Is
really artfully
i-
done.
is Trust a love story?
I don't know.
Hardly. Adrian Shelley, the late
I don't know
Adrian
if I saw
Shelley.
it.
Good
I
movie. Good
saw
movie. That's a good
I
movie.
saw a film she was in where she was talking to a singing frog, and that was before Waitress came out, and I thought she was really good in it. And I tried to submit a short film where I played an actress named Gwyneth who worked for Miramax, and my sister played Annette, an actress who worked for Disney. And in order to have a short film submitted, I had to go to the View Askew site. I didn't want to go, and I was acting very mean on the board, so they kicked me out, and I didn't even bother submitting it, and it wasn't a good short. But you should see the film where she's talking to the uh singing frog or tiger.
I wonder what that
Mm.
is because I worked with her when she made her first movie, some Sudden Manhattan. So that was like 96 or something. So I don't know when she did Talking Frog. By then she'd done Trust and The Unbelievable Truth, the two Hal Hartley movies, and then she'd done this one and then then she did a movie called Rift or something or Drift, I forget the name of it, with Billy Crudup.
Never
It's
heard of
called
it.
like Rift or something or
Mind.
what? Grind. Yeah, yeah, exactly,
Yeah, she was good in the
exactly.
film Sleep with Me.
Oh, I didn't know she was in that. Okay, okay.
And I'm looking for a film with her, and I can't find it, called Sleeping with Strangers.
Mm.
I don't know that film. I have no, yeah, I don't know.
You
Nobody
But
think
knows that film. That's why I probably can't find it.
interesting note. So I showed her movie at a theater in New York. Lowe's, Lowe's owned them, MGM. Well, they used to be
Yeah.
MGM, and we showed it. And her mom, she sent her mom like every day to go buy tickets, and her mom got really pissed off because the movie was called Sudden Manhattan, letter S and M, right? But the same theater had a movie called Smila's Sense of Snow. You probably have seen that movie. And they were selling tickets accidentally for Smila's Sense of Snow. So her mom threw a fit like, I bought this for Sudden Manhattan. Don't cheat people. Get everybody to tick that my daughter's, it's her movie. Don't say, yeah. But I could totally see how a mistake could happen because it wasn't all digitized, the tickets and stuff. So yeah, I never saw Smila's Sense of Snow, but I heard it was good. That was a Norwegian director, and then I forgot the actress in that, but that was
Julia
wh-
Ormond.
oh, was it Julia? Yeah, exactly, Julia Roman. Yeah,
what
yeah,
year was that
yeah.
released?
1997, I think. Yeah, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah, yeah. Well, okay,
By
so
the
you,
way,
yeah, go ahead.
I I want to tell you another good romance film is Vamps. Have you seen Vamps? It's another Amy Heckerman film.
Mhm. Yeah. I don't that one came out after Clueless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing Vamps. And Fast Times at Ridgemont High, is that a
Yes, it
romance film?
is.
I feel like it is.
It is.
And that's a great movie, that's a classic. Isn't Nicolas
Oh,
Cage in that one? And
Yes.
Sean Penn,
Yeah.
just
Stevie
wacky,
K,
fun movie.
Mexican V.
Mhm.
Yeah, parts of it were shot in my hometown at the mall there, and then the sequel, most of it was shot in Torrance.
Huh.
And
Torrance, the
have
movie
you
had
heard the song, the Jeff Spicoli song?
is it
What
I
is
don't know
what
if I
is the
have.
song?
I'm stupid.
It's from the movie, right?
No, it's a song that uh Tom Petty wrote for Cameron Crowe, a screenwriter.
Oh. I probably have if it's Tom Petty. That's fun.
Uh and what did you like about Vamps?
Oh my gosh, I liked the cast. Let me see it. Let me look up the people that were in it
I
because
can
I
tell you, I'm
remember.
good at names. Alicia Silverstone, Kirsten Ritter, Wallace Shawn, who spoke at the college that my dad teaches at,
I like
Richard
Wallace Shawn.
Lewis.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
really like Kristen Ritter a lot. Um, that's who I was trying to remember her name and her face. I like her a lot. She's been in a lot of TV shows that I've liked and different things, but she's great and it's just
uh,
a glamorous,
Sigourney
fun
Weaver
movie.
is in it, and Dan Stevens from the Godzilla films is a love interest.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of, if looks could kill vibe. It's sassy, it's fun. I thought it was a good movie.
And they
I'll
seem like
definitely
fun
watch it again.
vampires, but I kind of thought that Kirsten Ritter, I thought her character was a little bit more fun than like Alicia Silverstone's character.
Yeah, she was more of the vampy one. I feel like Kristen Ritter was definitely more of the like the troublemaker or the instigator.
And
Kristen,
Well,
and
Kristen,
I haven't seen that film. I've only seen Clueless. No, no, I've seen European Vacation, which you like also. I like that.
I
Uh,
like it.
Hmm.
I like it
And
because
look who's
yeah.
talking as
Oh,
well.
look who's talking. That's right. I haven't seen that.
And
Yeah, I
also, the
don't.
thing I liked about Vamps is that the characters were good friends.
Hmm. Yeah.
And even when I'm kind of more conservative I more like Alicia Silverstone's character. I more identify with Kirsten Ritter's character.
Do you know
Yeah, I
if
think they're both fun. What's that?
Kristen Ritter's related to John Ritter from Three's Company?
They're not related.
Oh,
Yeah, they're not related.
and wasn't you remember if there was some kind of Clueless TV show that was based on the movie?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It wasn't
Oh,
that that was probably only like 1 or 2 seasons, I imagine, right? Just like as it always is with these movies where they're hits and then they only last 1 or 2 seasons as a like what works for the movie theater doesn't work for the TV at that time.
Yeah, they did a good spin-off. Like I watched it for sure. I liked it. And there was a couple of people from the film that were also in the TV show, but like Alicia Silverstone obviously wasn't Cher in it. So there was a lot of recast, but there's like a few
Mm.
people that carried over and I thought they did good. I thought it was fun and
It
it was
seems better
probably
than like the
2 or 3
Fast Time
seasons.
show. The
Yeah.
Fast Time show is painful.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's so
No,
it's-
thank
so
you.
it's- so it's not like the successful transition to Happy Days, so to speak, from American Graffiti. That was a good. That was
Actually, before American Graffiti, there was an episode of Love American Style, where that have a Happy Days character, and they did it
oh,
as a
is that
pilot
right?
and didn't get
yeah,
picked
that's what I
up.
heard. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Is
Yeah,
that right? Is that right? Who was the character? Because it couldn't have been Ron Howard then. Because
I think it was
Maximilian,
Ron Howard, but I think some of them had different people playing the roles.
oh, okay.
Mm.
And then you had the spin-offs, and you did what do you call it? Joni Loves Chachi, and then you had what's the other one? What's Pat Morita's character? Arnold? Didn't you have there was an Arnold show for briefly for just a handful of episodes,
Wow.
Hmm.
something like that. So yeah, yeah.
Which show? Do you know which show spawned the most spin-offs?
All in the Family.
That's what I was thinking.
But do you mean spin-offs because of the same story or the same producer?
No, same story.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, Archie's Place, right? And then what else? What else is there?
Moving
Jefferson.
on up.
Okay.
I've never seen Alma Family because the
Moving on
characters
up.
are both
Moving on up. That's
too
the Jeffersons,
extreme,
though.
but
Okay.
I like the Jeffersons.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Funny.
Those are all Norman Lear, though, right? The Norman Lear, isn't it? Jefferson's is Norman Lear. Am I right, Warren? Warren's
Yeah,
getting his
Yeah.
yeah.
Warren's our fact checker. So Norman Lear, yeah, yeah.
Thank
So
you.
well, I like Norman Lear because he got to produce Blade Runner, which is one of my favorite
Hmm.
movies.
And he
And,
also, his company made Spinal Tap, which I love, and I got a new Spinal
right.
Tap book.
Right, and his company also made in as in in extension of that Stand By Me because of his deal with Rob Reiner. So I was trying to figure all this out the other day. Yeah, because what's his name? Lear combined with Avco Embassy, which was Spinal Tap, and then that in turn became Nelson to When Harry Met Sally and Stand By Me. Yeah, not that that's going to help me get a job.
It might.
Uh, Nicole, you have a job, but you have to compete with other actresses. You're not my first choice for it. If it does happen, I'll think of you, but other people I'm thinking of, me and Cameron Crowe making an interview film about rock and roll where people talk about how much they love rock and roll.
I
Fun.
love
Yeah.
rock.
Sounds good.
Okay,
I
so
love rock and
what
roll.
what are 5 movies then that take place in the music scene? So Roadie, Nashville, Spinal Tap. What else? Name
That
10
take
now.
place in the
Well,
movie scene.
you could see the music scene, the music scene.
Empire Records.
Well, sure. I mean,
Empire
but
Records.
well, she but you.
School of Rock.
I mean, her famous. I mean, yeah, but the famous one that she likes is Almost Famous. She likes so Almost Famous certainly counts.
Yeah.
That does.
That's a
It
great
does.
Rocket
movie.
Man.
Huh?
Rocket Man.
Does that count? That's more about. I'm talking something set in the
Oh,
world of music.
music business.
Like High Fidelity wouldn't really count, although it's sort of it's about music, but it's not set in that world. It's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, I'm thinking, is it like, okay, set in the world because it's like a band doing it, or just
Josie and the
it?
Pussycats.
That yeah, that could kind of work. I could see I could see that sort of working. Sure, sure. And
I
then
know the answer. I just want to give him
what's the other one?
satisfaction. We're a girl group.
The Commitments, maybe. The Commitments. Did you see that kind of okay. Ellen Parker.
No,
Okay.
but I have
The
a whole
cr-
book about rock and roll films. There's also one called Music and Lyrics where Drew Barrymore is a songwriter.
What about A
Okay.
Star Is Born?
Well,
That's Lady Gaga,
oh,
and
Yeah.
that's a music industry movie.
okay, then
Speaking of that, the character's based on Eddie Vedder, and I want to show at Ohana Festival Bikini Hackers only if it's a good film, and Whale with a Tail.
Only if it's a good film. Oh, we can't forget about The Bodyguard.
a Bodyguard, that's an action, that's a thriller though, set in the music. Yeah, I guess. I guess.
That's set in the music industry though, and he's her
Yeah.
bodyguard.
Okay, then what about the jazz singer then?
Oh,
Toot
all
toot
that
tootsie
jazz?
goodbye.
All that
Toot toot
jazz?
tootsie don't cry.
Well, no, I'm talking about the Neil Diamond coming to
Oh.
America. So-
Mm.
Uh, let's talk about European vacation. Uh, what do you like about European vacation?
Who wants to go? Well, I like it because you have what? One of the pythons there, right? No, you have two of the pythons, right?
Yeah.
Eric Idle.
Y- Yeah, you got Eric
Eric Idle
Idle.
and Robbie Coltrane.
Oh, I thought John Cleese was in it. Okay, okay. Well, you have two of the. Okay, so you have one of the pythons, which I'm a huge fan of. Uh it's the only vacation movie that has brief nudity.
Is
I
it?
don't know.
No.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. It does actually. It's
There were
pretty
some
frank.
other ones where they have flashing.
And my
That's
Oh
the
mom
no,
was
oh
only.
that's right.
very
Oh, that's right. That you're what's her name? Beverly D'Angelo does the
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
You're right.
I
You're
love
right.
her. I love a lot of her movies, and she's a very underrated actress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So and it's okay, okay, okay. Let me constrict myself. It's one of the few PG-13 movies that has nudity. There you go.
Okay.
My mom was very cringy towards me because I was 15 when I saw it.
Oh, well, that's benign, that movie, compared to watching I saw Midnight Express when I was 6.
Wow.
And that explains a lot.
I saw
And
all that jazz when I was, like, 7, 6 or 7,
that
so,
movie's hardcore. It's intense.
And
yeah, yeah.
and I liked the Pigs in the Poke game show.
I remember that. I remember that, yeah, yeah.
And
European vacation. Okay. So I think European vacation is coming all wrong. First of all, at that time, I mean, there still was that time. The Americans just simply didn't really go to Europe. It was sort of like you had to be really rich and you had to be sort of intellectual. You didn't just go to Paris, believe me, because if you did, then I would have gone to Paris or the England, you know. For me, I felt that it totally was all wrong for the market it intended. Like the first one makes total sense. You've got people in suburban, whatever, in a camper mobile, and they're going to the Grand Canyon, but now all of a sudden they're going to like England and France and Spain and Italy, which doesn't make a lot of sense for a working class family. There's nobody going to
it was the
relate to.
first. This is the first National Lampoon film that I actually saw of National Lampoon Vacation.
What do you mean? Who saw?
It's the first one that I saw of all the vacation
Well,
films.
okay, okay, but I'm just saying it distances you if you can't relate to it. Like I couldn't relate as a kid, like let's go to Paris. No, I can't relate to that. So like that's why I don't think it worked financially, the movie, although I think it's a reasonably good movie. It just is like even the highbrow humor, the pythons weren't quite known here yet, because at least for my generation, they were shown on PBS, so you had to find the pythons. It wasn't just like you could it was easier to find Benny Hill than
Hmm.
it was to find the pythons. um
Was
Well, the movie.
Monty Python not on all PBS affiliates?
They were on the affiliates, but it was hard to find. It wasn't actively promoted. You had to sort of know what you were going for. Nobody knew. We didn't know what it was, other than look at these weird animation. Look at Terry Gilliam's animation. We're like, that's interesting. But believe me, I didn't get Holy Grail at all till 20 years later. I said, this is one of the best written scripts ever, you know?
Two of my favorite films are All You Need Is Cash about the Ruddles, which is
Mm.
like Spinal Tap before Spinal Tap and Monty Python live in Hollywood. They're classics.
Yeah, I remember the Hollywood Bowl, the Live at Hollywood Bowl. Yeah, that was they did. Yeah, I saw them. I feel like I saw them. Maybe in my mind I saw them. I'm not sure.
I got into Monty Python from watching Saturday Night Live, which is my all-time favorite TV show.
Well,
So
I'm a
don't
holy.
you,
I'm more of a Life of Brian guy, but I love Grail. The Grail's just got such incredible. I don't even know how it translates to other languages.
you love
Uh,
the secret policeman ball.
I didn't see that one. That was the first Miramax movie. A
Oh,
Secret Policeman's Other Ball. That was the first. Yeah, exactly. And that was
I
the
think it was a
filmed.
Paul McCartney concert film was the first one.
Okay, and then they did other. Then they did Policeman's Other Ball, right? It was which is a taped concert also with the Pythons. Yeah.
I liked it,
Wow.
National Lampoon's Vacation, because I like the whole idea of families going on vacation, which is something I can relate to because I went on vacations and there were pros and cons. And the pros was that it's something different and I got to see with relatives. But one thing that was hard for me is switching to all the TV channels. And sometimes when I went, I didn't have a video rental store. But when
Wait,
I went
where
to
is
New
this?
Jersey, I had a video rental store that had a lot of stuff like Labyrinth, which I saw there, and that had a lot of stuff that I couldn't get when I lived in a suburb called Wayland.
In Jersey. Wait, I'm confused.
A New Jersey video store.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't View Askew in Jersey also? At some point you crossed, right? His store was his shop
I don't
was
think it
there,
was near
right?
Wheelskill. It was Edison, New Jersey.
Okay. Oh, Edison. Okay. Oh, Edison, that's the Indian market. Yeah, I do a lot of business with Edison. Yeah, I was comparing uh well, don't listen to me. I was comparing different Indian songs and the different versions because in India, when you make a movie and they're basically musicals, so they basically know like we will release the song a month ahead of time. It's going to be a huge hit. So the movie comes out and the songs in it. So, but what people don't know is that in India, India's got like 30 different languages. So each movie, the song is recorded like in four major languages and they all have the same notes, but the lyrics are totally different. I was comparing them the other night. I don't know why, but um, there's a movie called Bombay, which is a very talk about romance, very good romance, Muslim girl and a Hindu guy, and it's one of the best movies, and I think it won a lot of awards. So. But anyway, I compared the differences between Hindi and Tamil and Telugu and Malayalam.
Well,
That'll
I
be
gotta say
how
one film that I
that's
did
helpful
watch when I
information
was
for
in
you.
New Jersey, and my mom was cringing. Is Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, I didn't see that movie.
Have you,
It's
Nicole? Have you seen Look Who's Talking?
I saw it.
yeah, there was two of them, right?
I saw
Three
them
of
Um,
both.
them,
there's
but the
three of
two of
them.
them
Okay,
were the two
I've
of them
seen
were
two.
both by Amy Heckerman, and I liked the second one better because it was funny to have. First you have the boy talk, and then he had his sister irritating him to death, and another part was is that he had another baby who was good friends with him.
I thought the concept was different, and I think everybody the first time they saw something like that with that technology of like we can make babies talk, this is hilarious. I just remember being like, this is wild. It's funny. I probably watched each of them one time. I don't think I've ever watched them again. I don't think I saw the third one, but the
Yeah, the
first two
third
I
one
definitely
is
saw.
it's dogs talking,
Okay, yeah,
and Amy
it's
Heckerman
dogs.
didn't do it, and it came out the same year as Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. Yeah, the dog thing became real popular then.
And so
And
This is John Travolta's middle career, right? The middle, so
yeah,
this yeah, so right after Urban Cowboy, right? And then he goes into this before Pulp Fiction.
He's
Huh.
trying to
and
figure it out.
then he did a good film that's very underrated called Shout.
Oh, shut
Mm.
up! Remember, did you ever see Moment by Moment?
I'm not interested in it.
It's good. It's good.
Here's
Why?
here's why I feel more comfortable doing in a film than seeing in a film. Romancing a younger guy, I feel uncomfortable doing in a film, but seeing it in a film makes me a little bit kind of cringy.
But it has a song by Yvonne Elliman, who did from Saturday
No,
Night
I
Fever.
can't have
You know?
you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want you to have me,
yeah.
baby.
Oh, that's the limit. We're only allowed one lyric before YouTube flags the
Oops,
lyrics.
oops, oops.
So
Sorry, I'm
so so
sorry.
okay, so
So
guys,
what's
so
what's
don't
gonna happen? What's gonna
so
happen?
so so let's not go see don't go breaking my heart the whole song. No, no.
What's gonna happen when I say that? What's it gonna
Don't go
do? Is it
breaking
gonna
my
mute
heart.
me?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Do you want to try singing "Don't Go Breaking My Heart"? Do you want to try singing "Careless Whispers"? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna sing
How about,
anymore.
how about if I sing some Indian songs?
But we're not gonna get sued or anything. We don't have to pay a fine.
No, 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 no.
We're all right.
We're limited. You only gave one dialogue. You're not doing a performance. Ward's gonna do a performance, right? You're gonna
No,
do first time ever I saw your face, right?
So you can't do karaoke on YouTube?
No, you can't recite lyrics from a copyrighted song, much less hum it like what we've been doing or
Oh,
sing it or
interesting.
quote it. You can't do that because that's why they said the happy birthday you couldn't do in movies, right, for the longest time
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
because that
But
was
you can sing the
protected.
song "I'm Stupid" because not too many people know that song. I'm one of the only people that know that song, and a lot of Tom Petty fans don't even know that song.
Well, I can tell you, you can for sure because I tested it. You can hum "Looking for a Friend."
And Shout is a good movie about a teenager who gets into rock and roll, and Heather Graham's in it, who I love, and Linda Florentino's in it that I love.
Oh, Linda Fiorentino. What's that movie she's in? Vision
Vision
Quest?
Quest, Vision Quest.
Yeah, Vision Quest. No more words. We keep talking stuff. The music. No more words. Berlin. Dun
I
dun
wanted
dun.
to like
That's all
Vision
I can
Quest,
say.
but I couldn't really get into it.
That's the crazy for you, Madonna.
Mhm.
Love
Crazy,
Madonna.
crazy for you. And
It's
then
great. It's a
what
great
more?
song.
Was that the same year as At Close Range with Live to Tell? Which
Mm,
that's a really good really good
yeah,
score. So yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so
really
so
good.
when I was watching Look Who's Talking, my mom was a kind of little bit cringy, but the thing that what I also liked about the second one is they mentioned Betty Boop.
Mm.
Do you know who Betty Boop the voice was?
No,
Mae Questel.
Yeah, yeah, she's in New York Stories. Did you see New York Stories? It's three directors, Woody Allen, Coppola, and
Anthology
Scorsese.
films are confusing.
Yeah, but she was in the Woody Allen story, the episode. Yeah, that's Mae Questel. Boop 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 doop. Yeah.
Hmm.
And she also sings the song for Zelig. Remember Zelig? The Everybody
Yeah.
Go Chameleon Days. Yeah, that's her also. Everybody go chameleon. Okay. So
Didn't
Uh
they make a Betty Boop musical?
yeah.
They did. I thought that would have been interesting.
I've seen all of Amy Hecker's films. Those are only ones I mentioned that are good, but here's one that she produced that I haven't seen, I don't want to see, and I'll tell you why I don't want to see it. It's Night at the Roxbury.
Oh, you haven't seen that one, huh?
Here's why, because uh the problem with the movie is that it has an idea that's good for a few minutes, but has no material for a whole 90-minute film.
it's no Wayne's World then, is it?
The only SNL movie I liked based on SNL sketch was Coneheads.
It was good. Yeah. So were those movies done? Yeah. So Conan's followed Wayne's World, right? Yeah, yeah. When does
Yeah.
how does Cowbell fit in? What year is Cowbell?
The sketch is 2000. The
Is it
Cowbell movie would
2000?
be pretty bad.
Yeah, so the sketch is 2000. The Cowbell. I thought it was earlier than that. Okay, okay.
And uh I'll tell you, Nicole, how I realized that uh movies, certain ideas didn't have materials for 90 minutes, because when I was a kid, me and my sister rented something called Fairy Tale Theater from the video store, and we liked it. And then one day, my sister rented Rumpelstiltskin, which she thought was Fairy Tale
Oh, I
Theater,
know, I know that. I know that. Yeah, I know that series. Sure, go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and but it wasn't. But I knew that it wasn't Fairy Tale Theater. I can tell from the artwork, and it was something called Canon Movie Tales, which was ripping off fairy tale theater, but was the same idea, but just longer and stressed out and not as interesting.
Did you say
And
Canon, like Canon Films fairy tales, or what?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I remember that because I remember seeing their show reel AFM, and they were selling those fairy tales to come to go head to head to the Shelley Duvall fairy tales theater. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
and what was your favorite Canon movie tale?
My favorite one? Um,
Scroll. No, I don't know.
no, I'm trying to think. Was it Hansel and Gretel or Little Red Riding Hood probably?
I think there are ones that are
Um,
better than Rumpelstiltskin. They just didn't think the story was too interesting.
yeah, I mean, so many people kind of take those and make it their own, but yeah, I think Hansel and Gretel is the one I remember the most because I always liked things that were whimsical like that, so that one sticks in my head the most.
What about Pippi Longstocking? I like Pippi Longstocking.
I like
I
the
liked
books,
Pippi.
Oh, you don't like the
but
Swedish movies, Pippi Lonsdotter? I think it's not Longstocking. I think the actual name is like Lonsdotter or Dottir
I
or
like some
something.
of the Swedish movies, but the American one didn't work, and I realized they weren't as good and didn't have a charm for books. And I thought it was weird how Pippi lived on her own.
Well, they were put out by Video Gems. Remember Video Gems? They also put out Andy Warhol's Dracula and Frankenstein, and and they put out some kung fu movies as well. So I
It
like
kind of
them.
reminds
Random.
me of Disney buying Miramax, which made film a very confusing hobby for me as a kid.
But you like post, but you know your stuff. You like Corman post. You like New World post Corman, right? So that means you don't like Shogun Assassin then, right? Because that's before. That's kind of like when Corman's leaving in
I
80,
haven't seen
80.
Shogun Assassin.
Yeah, that's New World. It's around the same time as kind of like Fitzcarraldo, which was New World. Remember Fitzcarraldo, the Werner Herzog movie?
I've
So it's
heard that it
Mhm.
didn't work out well when they were filming it.
well, it was yeah. I mean, the people are fighting each other. Well, there's a great documentary called "Burden of Dreams," which is
It
about the
seems
making of it.
different from a making of film.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I forget if that's when he ate his shoe. He ate his shoe. I think that's right after he ate his shoe. Well, no, he had a bet with Errol Morris that if Errol finishes his documentary on the Pet Cemetery, what was that? On the Pet Cemetery
Gates of
document?
Heaven.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He says if you finish it, I will eat my shoe. So he invited everybody on stage and he cooked his shoe and he cooked it with duck fat, and he chopped and he ate leather and he says it tasted good. It melted. The duck fat melted. It was able to swallow the leather.
And sometimes I've seen short films, they're good, but the feature film didn't work. Like 12 p.m. It worked good as a short film, but didn't work good as a feature. Like one film that was short that was good and the feature film was good was something called Axel, about a boy, a cute teenage boy who becomes friends with a robot dog.
I don't know that one. Oh,
Because the studio went out of business.
who was the studio? Jensen Farley?
I don't know, but it was one of those studios that wanted to make stuff that was more mainstream, but didn't get all the opportunities that the big ones get. And
So it
by the
wasn't
way,
like it wasn't.
Nicole,
Yeah, good. Yeah.
uh, I, especially for your kid, I'm the expert on mainstream low budget films. So if there's a good kids film that doesn't come from a major studio, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know if it's good for your kid. Like you can let your kids maybe see Canon Movie Tales, but Axel might be a little bit too much for her.
Okay. Good looking out. Thank you.
Yeah, but she's watching K-pop Hunters, which is questionable already as it is, right? So, or
I
K-Demon
mean,
Hunters.
that K-pop Demon Hunters movie, I gotta admit, I watched it. They did it really well, but at the same time, my child is fully possessed by this film. Like, she wants to move to Korea. My child wants to move to Korea now. I'm like, okay.
Wow. So,
Um,
what should we close out with, Jessica? Then, what do you want to close out with? Anything? Any
I
topic?
actually, I'm actually ready to close. I just want people to know that you people can follow me on email joeystar1 at gmail.com, and they can say what would you like me to talk about? I like to give suggestions for people. What did you think of me talking about Amy Heckerlin, and what did you think of some of the other stuff that we were talking about?
And
And
they can leave them in the comments, of course, as well. If you guys have, if anybody has a question
but I also
for.
want people to email me directly at my
Oh,
business
okay, that's fine. Yeah,
email.
yeah. You got it. We got to filter. Yeah, you got to filter stuff so we could, so I don't ramble about Indian songs. They can-
And I kind of don't have anything else to say. Do you guys have stuff to say?
Warren, anything?
As usual, yeah, Jessica, you sound like very smart, knowing all about Amy Heckerling, Cannon Crowe, and you're good.
Good. Okay, let's go
Interesting.
see. We'll go see a Bruce Lee movie then. No, okay, okay, Nicole. What do you have to say? Anything you have to say? Anything?
Just thanks for thinking of me. It's been fun, and now there's some movies I feel like I haven't watched in a while that I'm gonna go watch and take some more notes
I should
and
go watch Andrei Rublev.
go watch that.
It's
Send me a list.
about the
Go
Mongol
watch
hordes.
Markman.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you
Go
guys.
go watch Office Space. Okay, guys, everybody. Thank you.
So I can
Thank
leave
you.
now.
Cheers. Yeah. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.